I have the great honor of introducing our next speaker, our keynote speaker, PCF alum, Mikayla Dones. Mikayla graduated from Mills College in 2022 with a BA in Business Administration. She is currently at One Medical, a membership-based primary care practice where she onboards, trains, and supports the sales and client success teams. And I will leave it up to her to share her journey with all of you. Mikayla?
Hello, everyone. Hello. I just want to do something impromptu and just take a minute, invite you guys to just take one deep breath with me and let it out. Just wanted to get our minds right and settled. I am so honored and thankful to be here. And I'm only here because of how much I have been poured into and supported my entire life. And so, how did I get here? Prior to 2016, I was actually unaware that PCF existed. It wasn't until a teacher of mine in my high school encouraged me to apply. So I submitted the application, I was called in for the in-person interview, and shortly after, I was accepted into the program. And I'm sure that I will always remember driving out here with my father and my mother to PCF's first student orientation, and I didn't quite know what to expect. But in retrospect, that day, I became part of an amazing support system that would not only help me become the first in my family to graduate from college, but also help expose me to job opportunities and to help me craft and mold my professional journey. So in May of 2017, I graduated from high school, and I, my family, my parents, we were all ecstatic because I had persisted through a rigorous 4-year curriculum at a college preparatory boarding school, and I was on my way to begin my college journey. My dad, my mom, and I, we purchased our plane tickets to Washington, D.C., so I could attend Howard University. And I had all of these expectations about what my college experience would be like, what clubs and activities I would participate in, and what type of people I would surround myself with. But I never imagined that it would have to happen without my mother. In July, a month before our planned departure, my mother died, a victim of cancer. And as you can imagine, my father and I, we were devastated, our world was upside down, but nevertheless, we made the trip 2,800 miles away so that I could fulfill the dream of earning a college degree. And this was an especially bittersweet moment for us because Howard University was my mom's dream school, but my grandparents weren't able to afford her that opportunity. And while Howard's financial aid was not enough to meet my full financial need, the PCF scholarship helped cover a portion of my college-related expenses. But I have to tell you, early on, I realized how much more valuable the scholarship would be outside of the money. As a first-generation college student, there are many challenges that we face, and PCF created an environment for me to explore my passions. Moving away miles and miles from home is enough to make any teenager homesick, but as I mentioned, you have an extra layer as a first-gen student because you don't have family, you don't have cousins, friends, or connections to support you and give you those resources that you need. And for me, I had that extra layer compounded because of the grief that I was experiencing. So personally, the first 2 years in the PCF program was really focused on my personal development, getting a better footing in life, and then as I transitioned more into college. Excuse me. But I have to say, I decided not to pursue the degree at Howard University. There was a lot of emotions that were coming up, and now that I can look back, I realized I didn't give myself the space and the time that I needed to grieve, and so I ended up having to have conversations with my father, and we decided that it would be best for me to finish out the semester and stay home after winter break. And it was a tough decision, but it was a very necessary decision, and I have the support of my college advisor and my mentor. And I really want to highlight how instrumental my mentor was, because from the very beginning, she created a space for me to just express what I needed, whether it was grief-related, whether it was the disappointment and the incongruence between my college expectations and what I was actually living, as well as to be there to share in the highlights and all of my accomplishments. So I came back home after that semester. I enrolled in some community college courses, and in a year and some reflection, I decided to change my career path. But then the question was, now what do I do? Making a choice about what you're going to do for the rest of your life is a difficult decision as a high school senior. And it does not go away once you're in college. It's only amplified. And in my experience, I know that there are some people who are very focused, very committed, and they know what they want to do. But me, I'm a multi-potentialite. I have many interests, many creative pursuits, and so it's just been a little bit more challenging. But it's through PCF's Career Fair, the annual college and career leadership conference, that I've been able to gain exposure to job opportunities that I didn't know existed. I've been able to interview wonderful business professionals from Facebook, Microsoft, Ernst & Young, and I've been able to feel okay with accepting I don't have to have it all figured out today. You know, my professional journey is going to evolve and grow as I gain more experience, and that's totally fine. And that's another area that PCF has really helped me in as well. On a number of occasions, I've received support on tailoring my resume, job applications, cover letter reviews, customizing in my LinkedIn so I stand out to recruiters and getting tips on during the interview process, and so much more. And so in conclusion, since I was a child, I always knew that I wanted to go to college. I wanted to earn a degree because I wanted to create a better life for my family. I wanted to be a role model for my younger cousins, and to explore my passions and build a foundation towards financial freedom. And I'm now one step closer, now having graduated from Mills College with a bachelor's degree in business administration. Thank you. I also am a graduate with less than 10% of the national average student loan debt. Thank you, PCF. And I've also accepted a full-time position with a wonderful company, and I'm super, super grateful for all of the work, forever grateful for all of the work that the PCF team brings to the organization, that they bring to the scholars. You feel how passionate they are. And I can only pray that you guys help us continue the effort so that one day I can volunteer at a CCLC and ultimately mentor a scholar just like myself. Thank you.